Good afternoon, this is RFC Maki, and this week I'm bringing you a little bit more War Thunder, and again I continue to try to promote sim-style games in custom battles. I've really been enjoying the custom battles. Not a lot of people have been joining my games, but I've been setting up custom battle games online for Xbox players, and in my custom battles I leave no planes marked. I leave pilots locked to the cockpit view, and planes with limited ammo and limited fuel. This map I've discovered recently is a great map. This is the map that is the rice paddies map. It is a great map because part of the goal is to fight enemy planes amongst these really awesome hills and valleys. There are a lot of neat little temples down below, a lot of terraced rice paddies down there, and there's also a lot of ground units on the ground to go after. In this case, I'm flying mostly the Hurricane, maybe Spitfire early warplanes, and I'm attempting to defend the ground units from mostly Tier 2 German and Italian planes. So here I'm on the tail of what I believe is an AG-112, a lot more agile than the Hurricane I'm flying, but it's a challenge to try to stick behind them. You can see there it's going after somebody. Some of these games, there's also a lot of bombers up there, AG-111s typically, so there's plenty of planes to go after when you're in these games. One of the fun parts is a lot of the battles do seem to be kind of low in altitude, so you've got ground units shooting at you, and you've also got hills and valleys and things to dodge and try to get out of the way of, which makes it a lot of fun. The AI I've discovered in these games do seem to use a lot of wild flying, a lot of climbing and diving, a lot of twisting and turning, and I'm okay at getting hits on them, but not always being able to completely down them right off the bat. Especially when you start to dive down and realize there's a giant hill in your way, you've got to pull up and still stay on this bandit's tail. So let's see how well I did on this special. I believe I did enough hits to, yeah, I've discovered also lately you can get critical hits on planes, and sometimes I think, oh, that's good, they're going to go down, and then those planes will stick up for a while and actually don't crash. A number of planes will crash in this battle because they're stuck to low altitudes. There's another hit on a critically damaged plane. It still doesn't bring this bad guy plane down. But once you start getting into the low altitudes, sometimes the AIs do in fact bang into these these cliffs and hills, and you have to watch out that you yourself don't accidentally slam into them. More hits. I don't know if I hit that or not, but it didn't give me any hit warnings or hit announcements. And here he dove down in a way that I knew that I wouldn't be able to roll over, so I just had to let this guy go. I looked back to see if I can find him, but I had to let this guy go, hoping that at some point he would crash his own plane and I'd eventually get credit for the kills. Just to remind you, in custom sim battles, there are no rewards, so you do not earn lions, you do not earn credits, and you get no credit for your kills in these custom sim battles. However, on the plus side, you actually don't lose any lions for crashing your planes or having your plane shot down. There is no repair cost. There is no repair time between games if you don't feel like paying for the repairs. So you just get as many planes as you've got. So there's no cost and no penalties, nothing trying to spend all your money and time trying to get hold of all those lions and those golden lions and things that seem to be such an important part of the rest of the game. So I am enjoying this part of it. I do set up my battles so that every player has 3 planes or 3 crews they can use. It does add a little bit of element of drama to the game that if you lose, you die 3 times, you're out of the game and have to wait for the next round, so you do have to play a little bit serious and can't go too wild. On the other hand, it's a little bit better than what's going on in the realistic battles right now, where if you get shot down or crash or whatever early on in the game, then you are out and have to sit around and wait or try to find a new game. So this is really great. I've been enjoying this map. There's a handful of others that I really like, but I've added this into my favorites list because it is a dynamic map and there's plenty to do. There's plenty of things to bomb. There's plenty of target units on the ground to go after. There are plenty of aerial units to go after. There's also an interesting way to end this game too. I set my games for half an hour, but there's an interesting way to end this game, and that is if you can defeat every one of the enemy planes. I think I leave 16, but if you leave every one of the enemy planes, they get shot down 3 times. They also don't get to respawn, so you can actually win the game by eliminating all of the enemy planes and their 3 respawns. Often for me though, the game ends long before that, or the game could also, the trigger of the game end could also happen when all the ground units are destroyed. There is, even though in this game you do start in the air, there is an airfield that you can go back to and land, and that's a great place. You actually can take off and land and repair, so that also adds a nice element to this game. I do prefer those games where there's an airfield to land on, and it's a lot harder if you run out of ammo. Since I use limited ammo, there goes one down. But it's a lot harder to use to refuel or to get new ammo if there is no airfield. Okay, another one of my planes just crashed down, so I just got credit for 2 kills there. You can see that the terrain is really nice. There are gun emplacements on the hills. There's a river off to one side. There are a lot of really nice looking temples and so on. So this is a great map to go on, and I'll be playing a lot of this map. I hope to, in the near future, feature a few more maps from War Thunder. But in the meantime, I hope to see you guys out there. Hope to see you guys attempting some of these custom sim games, and see if we can't step up our games and be ready for if and or when War Thunder finally releases its full release, and potentially if it opens up sim battles for the Xbox players. Cheers, good luck, and I'll see you guys in the skies.